Hello and welcome. I am Scarberlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are with our Stalker Tiger Shrike, who's level 34. 70,000 XP to get to level 35. We're nearly 18 million influence, and I thought maybe we should do some Ouroboros stuff. We have this contact, the Pilgrim, and I figured it's time to kind of clear up some of these contacts that we haven't done yet. So he's going to teach us about Ouroboros. Welcome to Ouroboros. As you may know, I am the Pilgrim, and it is my task to greet new arrivals. You may be curious about Ouroboros. I assure you that we are here to facilitate change both now and elsewhen. Time has and will go awry, and it is up to Ouroboros to correct it. While Ouroboros welcomes all, this is not a task for a simpleton, but for one who can wrap their intellect around the four-dimensional space. If you believe that you have the comprehension to grasp such fluid and oftentimes paradoxical concepts, please join us. Would you like to begin? Sure. Excellent, Tiger Shrike. Ouroboros is an organization founded in the 78th century by Mender Silos. It's approximately 5,700 years in your future. What's even more amazing is that Silos is from a time period even further down the timeline. He's come back through the past to correct a terrible mistake, one that led to the destruction of this planet and mankind as a whole. Before I bore you with such history, you should talk to an old friend, Mender Lazarus. I believe he has something to tell you. Alright, so Mender Lazarus is right across the pool here. Hope they didn't mind I went for a swim. Hello, Mender Lazarus. And he says, Tiger Shrike, back for more, eh? I still tell the stories about how we teamed up against those Shivans. What? We haven't teamed up against any Shivans. What's wrong? You don't remember me? You look puzzled. Oh my. We haven't actually met yet, have we? That's one of the funny things about time travel. For you, this is our first meeting, but for me, we've met before. Don't think about it too hard. You'll only end up with a headache. Since this is your first exposure to time travel, I need to tell you about the Carbon Law. Carbon Law is the law of time travel that restricts how far forward or back you can actually travel. In Earth years, this corresponds to about 5,730 years, give or take 40 or so. Everyone is different. I'm from the 78th century, so I'm at the limit of my tether. I can travel back in time a little bit more, perhaps 3 or 4 years, but I dare not try anything further. When someone travels beyond their tether, he finds himself assimilated by the time stream, never to be heard from again. But you're native to this time, which means that your tether allows you greater access to the past than any member of Ouroboros. And you've proven time and again that you can be counted on to get the job done. Oh, great. I did it again, didn't I? You will prove that you can be counted on. How is that? I have a nice and easy task for you. A simple extraction. Except this information hasn't existed in the past 15 years. You'll need to go back to a point when the information existed on an unsecured computer. Break into that base it's in, retrieve the information on the computer, and destroy the guards in the area. Then just bring the information back here. It's a quaint item for you to store this information on. Here's a quaint item for you to store the information on. It's called a floppy disk. You'll need to get the information from a computer. Off you go. Time waits for no one. So now the fun thing is that right now it's 2020, so going back 15 years would be 2005, and there weren't any floppy disks around really. There were some still, but people weren't really using floppy disks in 2005 either. But the assumption when they wrote this, it was probably 2008 or 9 or something, so they were going to send you back to the 90s. So we need to retrieve computer information, and the way you do this is you go through these little flame crystals here, and that bamps you to the correct time period. Okay, so we've now adjusted to the time period, and we are in. So what was happening here? So if you think about the development cycle, I believe the way this worked was people suddenly went back from, so they had the fifth column, they switched them to the council, and now you went back in time and you're in a fifth column base again, and people were like, oh cool, it's the fifth column instead of the council. And this is, I think, how the fifth column ended up coming back, but I'm not really sure. So there's a glowy, and we got fifth column guys, right? Some vampires. Alright guys, well, you are going to face the assassinating wrath of Tiger Shrike. One down. one to go. I always wonder if they think when they heal like that that means they're in good shape, not knowing that my next hit is going to take them out. Of course, they don't wonder anything. They're computer programs, but it's nice to put yourself in their shoes and think about, like, what would they be thinking if they were an actual player? Do they think they've got me? Okay, we're done with the Circle of Thorns, so we probably don't need our uber list of accuracy inspirations anymore. 3 is probably enough. So we can kind of go back to our normal setup. With a column of yellow, a column of red, a column of blue, a column of green, a column of purple. It's kind of like the standard way I do things, so that I've got some of each. This guy did not notice me. Come on. There we go. Wow, I was able to one-shot him without even needing build-up. That is nice. Good to know. We can do it again. And then I can use build-up for my other attacks. See how nice Eviscerate is. And then that. I gotta tell you, this character puts out some pretty serious damage. Okay, nothing there. I'm very much enjoying it. I think this character is really cool. This is probably, at this point, I think I'm certainly the highest Stalker I've ever been in this game. I don't think I got my Stalker this high, and I think I'm probably the highest regen I've ever been also. I don't think I got my regen scrapper above 34. I know I never got her at a Moment of Glory. I never did get to that, which is 38. And I'm almost certain I didn't even have the option of deciding whether I was going to take Revive or not, because I don't think I ever got there. There's a box. Has this got the floppy disks? I don't know. Clue. A blank floppy disk. There we go. Oh no, I got a letter. Dear Tiger Shrike. Hello, Tiger Shrike. Please forgive the impersonal form of communication. I do not trust you yet for an in-person meeting. This was the only way that I could be sure you would receive this message. Time travel does unpredictable things to electronics, magic, and bionetics. Otherwise, I would have chosen a more contemporary method. Obviously, we both know that you have begun time traveling. This may be new to you, but for me, it is well documented. Your Boros has made its presence known to you. Known to your city, likely espousing some rhetoric regarding a rapture or an apocalypse or some other vague, well-crafted phrases from Mender Silos. I am ready to tell you not to trust him or his Menders. They claim to fix the time stream to avoid a cataclysmic event in the future, but do not believe them. You may not believe me yet, that is prudent in fact, but let me ask you this, if there is truly an event of this nature on the horizon, why did they not take you there? Are you not one of the chosen keepers of the secret? Have you stopped to ask what secret they are really guarding? I warn you, do not openly question your Ouroboros. That would be foolish. I simply ask that you search for more of my letters and seek me in the pillar. When the time is right, I will make myself known to you. Interesting. I don't remember who wrote that letter. It sounds like something Nemesis or Requiem would write. Okay, got some guys upstairs. I'm going to just hover on up to them. Drop down, and we'll assassinate the vampire first. And then take this guy out. 1, 2. Look at that. 2 shot and dead. And that's without Eviscerate even fully enhanced yet. Which tells you just how awesome his character is going to be when all these powers are fully enhanced. And when she has sets, oh my gosh. If we ever get to that point, she's going to be unbelievable. Oh. There's a werewolf there. Or night wolf. So we're going to assassinate him. I hear a bot as well. Okay, took care of him. Got a recipe. We're hidden again. We have 1 bead to go to get to level 35. Oh, and that thing is off in the distance. It doesn't see me, so we'll just hide up again. We can assassinate it. That shows you how much resistance they have. That they, okay. That a vampire is able to be one-shotted without build-up, and the Valkyrie machine can't be one-shotted with build-up. So it tells you how much tougher the machines are, at least against lethal. And we've completed the mission. We got a clue. I don't know what the clue is, because... Alright, I guess we put the information on the floppy disk. So now we're going to head back and go to Mender L. Well done, Tiger Shrike. I knew you'd pull it off. Well, I knew because you had already pulled it off by the time we first met. But I'm starting to get a headache trying to think about that. Speaking of headaches, you should probably speak to Mender Tesseract now. She can tell you all about temporal scaling. So Mender Tesseract, so this is where they're going to explain about how when you go back in the past, you sidekick down. I bet he wants me to explain temporal scaling to you. Wonderful, another waste of time. Here's an idea. Experience it for yourself. Have you ever heard of Outbreak? It happened a while back. Your primitive scientists couldn't handle an outbreak of a plague. A bunch of your supposed superpowered humans handled the situation way back then. Well, someone was messing with a time stream and started undoing that good deed. All the good they did that day. I want you to go back to the outbreak incident, correct the alteration. We in Ouroboros call this mending. That's what we're talking about here. What are you waiting for? Get going. So now this is going to flashback us back, and we're going to go back to level 1. And guys, this is where we get our badge. The contaminated badge, or whatever it's called. You do that by defeating 100 of these guys. So 7 people to rescue, 25 contaminated to defeat, retrieve a formula. So these guys, oh man, this is +2 to me. This was probably a bad idea. All this stuff is blanked out because we're level 1. I probably should not have left this on +2. Let's see what happens. No, we're not going to be able to hit them or anything. Recharge is going to take forever. Yeah, we're probably going to want to go back and adjust this. We do have all these inspirations, which will help. Right, we can put on this little sturdy, and that'll help me out. But we can't assassinate anybody because we're level 1. So that helped one guy. Now, one thing we do have is our movement power. And that will decrease aggro for us. So we can look for these kidnapped people. If we move quickly, right, well, come on. Oh, my hurdle enhancements are not in place, so I can't jump over there. That's annoying. If we move quickly, it shouldn't aggro them. But we're going to have to fight a whole bunch of guys here, it looks like. Alright, well, let's try to get a little bit of boost to our 2-hit. That's nice. Man, I'm so used to these other powers. don't know if they're going to drop inspirations, so we could end up running out. We'll just see how it goes. Note that you don't get any experience for defeating these guys. So all you're going to get potentially is the badge, which I don't think I would want to do. I think the way to do the badge is put this on -1 and just blow through it. We're not going to get the badge, we're just going to go ahead and save the people. And let's hope we can survive this. Yep, so one of the things you've got to remember to do when you're going on flashbacks is to be careful with the +2s and everything. I've been doing flashbacks on +2 with my level 50, but she's level 50, right? She can handle that. This is, you know, and you're going flashbacking to like level 30, you're not flashbacking to level 1. Going back to level 1 is pretty rough. I mean, we're doing okay. We do have more than we had at level 1, and but both of these are available at level 1. I don't know why this isn't available at level 1, so I don't know why they left me with that. But these two attacks and hide are all available at level 1, and reconstruction isn't either, so I don't know why they have that active, but I'm not going to complain, because it's going to let me survive. See, all it does is heal 1/4 of our hit points now instead of half, because none of the enhancements on it count. Right? So we have all these enhancements on it. Right? But they don't count, right? 35%, but if you look at this healing plus 2.3%. I don't know what that's from, but it's certainly not from the enhancements. I am looking for the hostages. There we go, there's one. And at least we do get the crit. Yeah, so my guess is if you want to get the 100, you come back in here with it at -1 and fight a bunch of blue cons. Well, I guess you can't fight blue cons. They can't be level 0. So come in with it at +0 and you're good to go. There's another hostage. Are you kidding me? They got coyote trapped? Yeah, I don't think so. This is obviously not real, because there's no way these punks would have coyote. We're doing alright though, guys. I think not too bad. I mean, missing a lot, of course, but fortunately the contaminated don't really have any powers. Okay, so one person left to rescue. Where is that person is the question. I don't remember that. And of course they put these guys all here so that if you want to get the badge, you can. This was all done because people were complaining, hey, the badge didn't exist when I was in the outbreak, so I didn't defeat 100 outcasts because nobody would, right? And now I can't go back and get the badge. This isn't fair. And so the developers put this kind of thing in for flashbacks so that you could earn the badges that you hadn't been able to earn before when they didn't exist when you were at that level, right? don't know where the last hostage is. I feel like it's not going to be this far in. Let's go back out. Well, let's see. Let's go on in here and get the formula. Oh, maybe that's the last hostage. Alright, so we're getting down to it, so let's go ahead and let ourselves hit more and do a little more damage. With the idea being, you know, we're going to kind of be ending this soon. Right, we only have to defeat 9 more contaminated. So we're going to get like 4 of them here. Let's do a little bit more dodging. I have to say, guys, when I saw these things were orange, I was really thinking, okay, we're going to die here. But it's not been too bad. Again, because they're only level 3. They don't possess a lot of abilities to use against us. It's just punches and handguns. More guys in here. This will get us almost it. This will almost finish it. Okay. And when we're done with this, we'll have 25. Alright, I'm tired of missing. Let's make them not hit me anymore. Yeah, trying to fight like 4 of them at once when they're +2 to you and you're level 1 is pretty rough. And of course, I don't have Brawl on this hotbar anymore, and I didn't feel like bringing it up to throw it on there, just because I'm not going to need it as soon as we walk out of the mission. So I'm just using my main attacks. Brawl doesn't do much damage anyway. Okay, so that takes care of all but 1 contaminated to beat. So now we just find any one of them and beat them up. And this will finish it. Just gotta live long enough. Mission complete. Okay, so we're going to head out. We've got 25 of them now, so we're a quarter of the way toward that badge, should we want to get it. We got an enhancement. We have all our powers back, and we talked to the Mender, and she says, oh, you succeeded. Well, even the most primitive cave dweller finds fire eventually. Thanks a lot. As you can see from that little experience, you lost access to a whole slew of your abilities. It was basically your body adjusting to a different time stream. We call this temporal scaling. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it can come as a shock. It adjusts what you call combat level in this time period to fit the time stream you are now in. Different streams have different scaling. I chose that mission for you because it is the harshest form of scaling out there. Now go talk to Twilight's son. He has more patience than I do. And this is a Kellian squid form. There you are, Tiger Shrike. Mender Lazarus told me much about you. I feel I should tell you about myself. I'm the last Keldian. For you, I'm sure this is hard to believe, but there is a storm coming, more destructive than any before. You have already seen its effects on Galaxy City. This galaxy holds a threat that is far superior to the Ricti race or the Praetorians. This threat is one that rounded up my kind to fuel their battle fleets. As living energy cells, I was the only one to escape. Commander Silos gave me a chance to change things here and now. This is the time to make a difference, and the difference I will make. One of the key elements of this cataclysm is the Ricti War that is currently occurring. I need you to infiltrate one of their bases and defeat one of their generals, named Lok Danan. I will then slip forward in time and see if his defeat has the desired effect. So now what we're going to do is fight Lok Danan, and we're going to probably be a different level. Nope, we're level 34, so we have all our abilities. I did not think to pick up inspirations, but we should be alright. The biggest problem will be drones, and the inspirations really don't help with that. We'll pick them up as we go. Like that. So nice to have all my abilities back. Oh, and it toggled off my toggle, which is annoying. Wow, a little bit of a lag spike there. Okay. So we need to rescue Commander Lazarus and defeat General Lok Danan. There's a patrol coming. Let's take these guys out. Why does that attack always miss? It doesn't have a lower accuracy than focus or any of the other powers. I mean, obviously Assassin Strike has more accuracy on it, but the base accuracy of Strike is 1, and of Slash is 1, and of Focus is 1, and Eviscerate is 1, and Shockwave is 1, so I don't know why it is that Strike and Swipe, but especially Strike, always seems to miss. Comm Officer. Alright, we gotta take him out quickly. I can't believe I missed him. See, it missed again. Missed again. Why does that attack always miss? Three misses in a row with Strike. Like, I don't even like to use it because I'm like, it's just a waste of endurance I'm gonna miss. I know it's probably just an illusion, but it sure feels that way. I'm surprised the drone didn't see me. Hit that time. As you can see, we're getting some of our some of our inspirations back. Missed again. Yeah, this is just going to take a while because I don't have any accuracy inspirations. I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking about Ricti and how we have to have those. Very annoying. Alright, let's do build up, and there we go. Okay, there's a headman right there. And I'm gonna backstab him. Monkey. I like the ranged attacks, it's really cool. I guess it's just like kinetic energy, you're just like thrusting forward and this wave of kinetic energy gets it. Rather than it being your claws being thrown out. But it's cool either way. Okay, comm officer. I really don't need all these endurances. Okay, we've got our red and our blue column back. And now we're starting to work on our green column. You see how the inspirations come back very quickly. Let's hasten up. Get that build up back faster. Wow, it's 2,000 XP for one lieutenant like that? That's amazing. And what do we need, like 70,000 or something? Oh gosh, I only need 20,000. 10 lieutenants will do it. Don't need all those reds, so I can go ahead and use one. Are we supposed to go south? Let's see. Where's the... there. Okay. Headman. Alright, well let's take this guy out. +3 lieutenant. We now have 1 accuracy inspiration, which is good. Missed again with that. Quickly avoid the drones. This guy's by himself. Just take him out in 1 hit. Oh, there's the headman. Man, they go down fast. Really, the only challenge that the Rikti pose me are the drones. Because the drones can see me. That's really the only challenge. Everything else is just quick and painless. Alright, here we go with the drones. I'm going to try to assassinate it. Build up Assassin's Claw. Focus. There we go. As long as we've got the yellow inspiration going, we may as well try. Okay, so that took all of them out. I think that's everybody in this room. I don't see anybody else. Alright, so off we go to this way. Nope, get away from the drones. We don't want to be seen. There's somebody talking. There's the boss. Or a boss. That's the mender. Okay. Can I find Lockdown first? There he is. Okay, I'm not going to take Mender with me. Because I don't want to have to protect him from this guy. So we'll take this guy out first. Okay. And we should be hiding soon. There we go. Gonna assassinate him again. There we go. We have the instant healing, so I heal up faster. Since I know we're like right in the same room with the next boss, getting that started makes sense. Missed again with that. And we've leveled up, so that is going to make fighting the other boss super easy. We got a clue. Now the other boss is where? Over there. Okay, let's go after the improved drone first. Oops. And now, placate. Not that we really need it, he's only a +1 boss now. And we have all these inspirations running. So we're going to just crush him. Yeah, we've completed the mission. Just like old times, eh? Well, for you, maybe. Alright, guys, so we've completed that mission. Now we're going to talk to Twilight Sun, and he says, I will travel forward to see later to see if that had any effect. I hate to say it. It was all for naught, but we have yet to be successful with this type of venture. Perhaps there is something we do not fully understand regarding the timeline, some variable we haven't accurately calculated. I'm hoping this one turns out better than the others. You should go back and talk to Mender Silos now that he can fill you in on more details. So Mender Silos is above me, I think. Yep. Whoops. Missed. Alright. Hey, Silos. He says, my name is Mender Silos, and I am over 1 million years old. I come from the future, near the end of time itself. I created Ouroboros so that we could have a centralized location to try and mend the past. I'm sure Lazarus told you all about the carbon law, the tethers from the future that we have. Of course, I am far beyond my tether, but this wouldn't be the first law that I have broken. I have been planning this for a very long time. This threat, in the near future, I call it the coming storm. Earth will be attacked by it, and be unable to defend itself due to extenuating circumstances. I plan on changing that. You've seen the beginning of it with the destruction of Galaxy City. I actually haven't seen that, because this character came from Pretoria, so we didn't do the Galaxy City tutorial. He then says, this worries me. I have seen a timeline where the meteors landed in Atlas. We never thought events would play out such that it would affect Galaxy City, especially to such an extent. Whatever is disrupting the timeline has played a role in this, but there is still time. The first step in eliminating the storm is to remove its scouts from a point near your future. If you would be so kind as to go forward in time to help Mender Lazarus. Once they are defeated, Ouroboros will begin charting the causality wake to determine the outcome. Perhaps this may help us see how the events in Galaxy City unfolded. Can I get anything from him? No. I was just wondering if I could buy inspirations, but we can probably do okay with this tray. Now this is where we go back, I think, to level 13 or something. Yeah, so we're level 15. Okay, so that means some of our powers are grayed out. And these guys are going to be +2 to us, so I probably should have lowered the notoriety again, but okay. So, rescue Lazarus and defeat the source of the Shivan attacks. Now, do we have to rescue these people too? We have our assassination, so that will help immensely. These things look like they're made of water. They just burst away. We are in Atlas Park. And I think there's like an elite boss over here somewhere. So let's keep going. Not sure where Mender Lazarus is. I think he's close to City Hall. So past the statue. Okay, but how do they know who I am? So there's a Shivan Smasher. And there's a Meteor. I don't see Mender Silos. Let's go take the Lieutenant out. Look at that, I was almost able to one-shot it. That's awesome. With build-up, of course. But still... So where is the Mender? Let's see how big this zone is. Okay, it goes to there. So it's not large. Is that him? So there he is, and there's the Shivan leader, and that's the guy that kicked my butt the last time. But, this time, unlike last time, we can assassinate this guy, and I'm also aware that I'm being sidekicked down. Okay, let's quickly heal. Heal again. Got him. And that should take care of it. I think that's the guy that beat me when I was playing Silver Phoenix. Defeat the source of the Shivan attacks. I already know you. Yes, we have met. So now did we have to go over and wipe out the Meteor? Is he following me? No. Okay, good. I could have sworn that the leader was over here. There was like another leader guy over here. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we have this Meteor here. Do I need to defeat the Meteor? I can't remember. I don't know if this is what we have to do or not. I don't remember, guys. So we'll just go ahead and take it out. Too bad I can't placate it. Placate's not active. Because then I could like go into a hide and actually assassinate it. I wonder if I'm wasting my time here. Build up will help. Yeah, I really feel like they definitely did not hit the mark with the destruction of objects like this. First of all, you should never, ever, ever, ever miss them. It should be auto-hit. I don't care about floors and ceilings. You should automatically be able to hit things like this. It's so big that even I, in real life, could hit it. I thought that was going to destroy it, but I guess not. missed. Well, that's completed the mission. Okay. So out we go. And we talk to Silos. We got a reward merit. And he says, well done, Tiger Shrike. Destroying the Shivans should provide security for a while. It's odd, however, that the Shivans you fought are much different than the ones in Galaxy City. I desire to reveal the entity disrupting our time stream. Someone or something is going back and changing seemingly insignificant parts of the recent past. Inductive reasoning dictates that while these events appear insignificant, that in fact there is a grand tapestry yet to be revealed. Do not concern yourself with this. You've just grasped a basic concept of what you call time travel. You can now use the Pillar of Ice and Flame to go back and mend some of your previous exploits, or even experience events of the past you didn't take part in. Depending on how far back you go, you'll experience some temporal scaling, so you might want to bring a friend or a group with you. Go back to the Pilgrim and see if he has anything further for you. Alright, so if we come down here now, these things will allow us to do previous story arcs. We haven't done any of these. Like Bonefire, if we want to do that, we can now do it. So we can do all of those. We can do these. We can do these. And we've done some of these, right? Crown of Glory, Dirge of Chaos, the Magic Man. So we've done all of those. Ooble Man, Freaklymptics, Mysterious General Z. We've done a whole bunch of these, right? So it's showing you the ones that you've already completed. Alright, so let's talk to the Pilgrim. And we're level 35, so we're going to need to level up as well. He gave me an enhancement and said, well done. And now we've got a store. Can I actually sell this stuff to him? I can. Alright. Excuse me. We now have 18 million influence. And now we can go to Talos Island and visit Luminary, my favorite. Simply because she's right by the train station. And we will get her to level us up. And we'll pick our level 35 power, which I guess is going to be Revive. I really hate to pick that because it's like, here's the... Let's pick a power for when I... once every 10 episodes when I get killed, you know? Swipe is not worth it. We can't slot it right now. We don't need any of these other things. Oh wait, Epic Power Pool. Yes. Don't want laser beam eyes. Physical perfection. So we're not going to get... Oh, we don't get conserve energy? That stinks. At least that increases our maximum endurance by 5%. So that helps. I'll take that. That's a passive. I don't think we need to slot it. Endurance modification. So let's see. If we put endurance modification on, 3 endurance modifications on here, it might move it up to 8. I mean, it'll help to have 105 endurance instead of 100. But I would rather have conserve energy, which we don't seem to get access to in this pool. Alright guys, we're not going to go to Cimarron at this point. We're level 35. It may be that our contacts will introduce us to new contacts. Let's see. Not yet. We might have to wait till level 36. Oh, but Colleen Nelson's active. She's a level 35. Here we go. Ginger Yates. Peter Stemets is already done. Philippa. There's another one. Gordon Stacy. Tina Chung. There's another one. Anton Sampson. So who didn't give me one? Jose? Jenny? Well, we've got 4 new ones, so we'll be able to start on those. 1, 2, 3, 4. these guys will all get cycled out at level 36. And Percy Winkley's probably already cycled out. So I'm going to clean up the contact list a little bit, but I'll do that off screen. And when I bring you back, we will start on our new set of contacts and try to get some new story arcs. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes.